Three, two, one, and we should be live. Hello, guys. Welcome to Next Society after a long time, and we are back because the new DCU Slate is out, and we'll discuss about it. Is it stupid? We'll talk in depth. But we have on our panel, we have Harneet, we have Manoj, we have Sahil, we have Nolan the Batman, we have Geeky, we have Varun, and I'm also here. And we may be joined by a few more people. But guys, just get into it. Your one word. Either
I like when you said that is the DCU stupid and then Gikishi's eyes just went.
so everyone, yes or no, is it stupid? If we can go one, just say yes or no, no, nothing else. Let's begin.
No for me.
No. Anyone yes? Any yes is there? Manoj is
I
thinking.
am here.
Yeah,
think
I
me
don't
and
care
Harneet
at this
had
point
this
of time. Yeah, I don't care at that point of time. Like, do whatever you want.
Okay, if because Manoj says that he's odd one out, so Manoj, why do you say that?
See, there are two reasons. The first reason is that I'm really a little burned up after being a
Mike.
DC fan after being a DC fan for so many years. Like, we had so many slates announced all throughout the years, back from when Zach was announcing to when Jeff Johns, Walter Murray took over. Like, we've had so many slates come out and not a lot of that has actually come out on screen. So for me, I didn't want a slate to be announced. I know that's an unpopular opinion. I know everyone was looking forward to what James Gunn would do, but for me, I would have been more excited if he just announced this is going to be the Superman movie, or I'll be directing it, or who's going to be the cast. We never used to get like a slate of
Am I
Wait.
the only one who
announced.
feels like Manoj's voice is
Yeah, it's something's
हाँ
wrong.
थोड़ा audio का issue. Yeah, there's some-
Okay,
Dude, you're saying the wrong thing. That's
it's
why.
vibrating a lot.
it's vibrating a lot. Wow.
Reverse flash. Da-na-na-na-na-na.
Nonal's the only one who thought of reverse flash in that situation.
I thought of something else also, but
Yeah,
we are keeping it family friendly here. Okay.
I don't even know how I sounded, so I can't say.
Okay. Guess who's in the chat, Manoj?
Manoj saw a different chat.
Is it better now, or should I like?
Yeah, better.
Yeah,
Just
Yeah,
keep.
it is. Yeah, it is back to normal.
Okay. So what I was saying was that I was already really burned up, and for me, as a fan, I'm just looking forward to like one project at a time. I like it when they just announce like a couple of projects and be like announce the creativity behind it more than like announcing like 10 projects we're going to do and the next 10 years will be this, will be that. Like I'm like, no, you keep your cards close to yourself. Don't reveal everything to us. Just give us one or two projects. I look forward to that and I'll be happy. And so that's one of my reasons of why I'm not that excited for this slate because of it's not really James Gunn's fault. It's more of the fault of what happened before. And then the next one is also because I can't really see the connective tissue, like where they're heading. I can't really see the vision right now, which is okay, which is fine. You don't have to like tell me everything. But because of that, I'm a little bit mixed. I'm not that excited. I'm very cautious. I'm like just looking at it, being like, okay, let's see where this goes. That's kind of my style.
I would like to cut in and 3 points from my side that I would like to counter Manoj. First of all, it's for more of generic audience because not everyone cares about knowing the creative team, right? We really like not about us, but generic audience doesn't want to know who's the director.
How much of
who's
the generic audience really knows about Swamp Thing, knows about the creature show? Like,
Forget the general audience.
second
I
thing,
only didn't know half of the
yeah, you also
characters.
don't know, right? So it's not like people will get excited. By
I didn't
seeing,
even know who's
oh,
Peacemaker.
oh, this project is coming out. Like I don't agree to that. I don't think, and I feel like outside of Twitter, outside of social media, people don't really care. Like when the trailer comes out, they're like, oh, this movie is coming out. Oh, let's just see.
no, I was just talking about the creative thing. Anyway, second thing, it's not a 10-year plans. I think just for the first and second year.
I'm at
Like
10
10 years.
projects.
Yeah,
10 projects
25.
they announced.
Yeah,
He
Yeah, I
announced
think
10
for 2
projects.
it's
years
only
back,
till 2025. Yeah.
10
2025.
projects to start the whole thing out. Yeah.
Yeah, and what was the third? What was your other point, Manoj?
No, my 2 points are just this. I'm kind of burned up being a DC fan. I don't want a whole slate, and I'm a bit mixed because, like, just looking at the slate, I don't know what to expect. So I'll just be
Yeah,
cautious and see.
I actually agree with the other half of your second point because see, when it comes to DC, I was like when it comes to Avengers, okay, so they were focused on the primary characters.
Mhm.
Shang-Chi came on later in the part. Like similarly, Booster Gold, Swamp Thing, Supergirl, it's way too early. I think we don't have a proper Justice League movie right now. Even if we consider DCU is now Elseworld. We have to forget about it. We're starting from the beginning. So why not start from the prime character? Okay, I agree that you started with the Superman, Batman, but what about the others? Green Lantern's there. Okay, I agree.
Wonder Woman is also using like
I have a counter to that also.
I'm not talking to you, Lona. So yeah, come back to me.
Yeah, I have to say I'm like most
See,
excited.
I think Manoj and I talked about this, like the
Yeah.
point Geeky Shiki is saying, you really
talked
think
about it,
about it. Take James Gunn as an example, right? When Marvel brought him in, when did James Gunn did amazing things for Marvel? When Marvel was already an established brand, they did the solo movies, they did the Avenger movies, then they were like, we go to unknown characters like Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
Second phase, yeah,
Now,
correct. Absolutely.
right? Now you are saying like we are not gonna go into our primary characters or the best stories that we have, and DC has like some amazing stories to tell. Like no, we are not gonna do that. We are going to be different, And there is some positive to be different in current cinema, and where people are being burnt up and there is talk about Marvel fatigue and everything, and all the tried and tested things have been done. There is some positive to be different, but not at the start. You have to build up to something, and then when you have that kind of freedom to do new things, to try new things, then you are like, we'll go to creatures kind of show, and that what's the other one, the team up show.
Correct. Because
Right.
people won't even know about the most of these characters unless they have already established themselves like a proper Justice League movie.
When
See,
he
another example is Eternals, right? Marvel tried to do something different with Eternals. It's not a horrible movie, it's not an amazing movie, but just because they tried to do something different, and that too way later in their timeline, still didn't hit the mark, right? And you are saying that Creatures kind of a movie or a show that would be a good start for DC. I don't think that's the case going. That is going to be the case.
when James Gunn started talking about the Authority, I'm like, are they bringing Golden Compass storyline into DC Comics? Because no one knows what I'm talking
And
about.
Authority is just.
When he said Golden Compass, I looked at everyone's face. No.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, let
Authority is
me
just copy of Justice League.
let
If
me-
you look at the characters.
let me take the chat for a second. Talk about lanterns, guys. We'll
Justice
talk about
League
each
for,
project one by one. But before that, we'll just get our overview on it. Tanmay is very angry. Why they are not rebooting Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Henry Cavill Age is the problem. Lamau instead do complete reboot. Who makes series about Amanda Waller? Why James Gunn wife is appearing in all movies? Boycott nepotism. Hey, I like movies. Welcome. Okay, guys. Okay, what he said, right, Tanmay Gupta, about why not reboot everything. I think the moment they have entered into making the DCU now, they have already in production. They have spent money on these films, so they need to take them and then from there take them and start their own universe instead of just going reboot everything. And I think if they just say that, oh, these films don't really matter, no one will gonna watch them, they lose a lot of money.
Yeah, I think James Gunn is half hoping they don't work. He's like
No, I think it I'm sure they would have changed some of the plot and made sense out of it. If you say how Aquaman happens after the whole reboot of the universe, maybe they removed all the references. It's a kind of a different story, and if you've seen the old Aquaman, you understand what's happening
I
there.
think James Gunn, not officially, but I think maybe on Twitter he has already said that Jason Momoa is going to be part of Aquaman 3 and he's going to play the solo character. So he's not going to play multiple characters. So he's inclined towards Aquaman only, not Lobo.
I have no idea, man. How happy he is on Instagram every time with Lobo. I don't know what's happening.
I think, see, there were rumors that he has shot cameos with both Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck.
That's not gonna happen now, right?
No, I'm trying to add to that, saying that maybe the after effect of what happens in Flash, we might see a little bit of that in Aquaman. Like just to show the
Manoj actually said the same thing to Nuna. And do you remember when we had the last podcast, I actually said that we may actually have some impact of the Flash movie on these upcoming projects. So I was right.
And Blue Beetle and Shazam anyway are kind of away, so
Yeah.
you don't have to worry. Aquaman is
Shazam,
the
we
only
just
character.
got like a post-credit scene which you cannot count and just it's out of that universe. So I think
You can even say that
it's
it
like
was not Superman in the end.
it will be like
It was just some.
the point is that
Superman.
it's just
Just
easy.
take
It's
some-
easy to just blend in and just start your DCU.
Yeah.
Second point about what Geeky was saying and Harneet was saying about bringing these small characters who we don't really know. I actually feel it's better instead of having, announcing all the major films about all these big characters and then announce the Justice League. I feel this approach is much better. First, financially and practically,
Same.
because to do these big projects one after the other, you need a lot of money. They don't have that right now, and it's easy to make big film with Superman and Batman movies, and then make smaller series and smaller films with other characters. And I feel the way they are going in with that animated show, that those characters also show up in live action. I feel like when we have a Justice League movie, it will be like the animated Justice League movies we have, where we have so many characters, and it's not just about these seven. So I feel that approach is much better when you can have street level guys
I'm second that. I'm second that.
going on the
You
street
know,
and
there are
taking care
there
of
are
the shit.
there are things which we might find very interesting, like the thing that all the characters from the animated shows will cross over in live action, and vice versa.
Yeah.
And you saying that Justice League, if it comes to be a animated movie and then it comes back to live action, how confusing would it be for the general people that they are going to watch the movies and shows?
Yeah, I will be honest. It depends how you wanna take it. You don't have to introduce it the character every time. It can be just a group of characters are fighting someone, alien foes, and you see these characters and they just die off. But we know
Also,
people who
if you have
follow the
noticed in
animated show
recent
know
years that
them from
people
where
have,
they are, right?
Yeah.
See,
also if you
what
have
if you
guys noticed,
build from? Yeah, Geeky, go on, go on.
sorry, also we have noticed in recent years, like now the studios are not inclined towards making origin movies, like fantastic. Okay, we have had past movies which where we have already seen the story of Batman, Superman, Fantastic Four, and now they are going to make these movies in such a way that they won't focus on the origin of those characters, and they will be simplified in such a way that even if we don't show, even if we don't watch the shows now, they will be brought into the movie in such a way that it's fine if you haven't watched the show, you can still watch the movie.
Yeah.
It'll be like Suicide Squad.
But see, my point is my point.
He swings the sword.
My point
That
is that
was
I
done.
feel doing a Justice League in live action is very hard. Unlike an Avengers, where the power levels are very similar in a sense, where you see the
So you are
first.
saying DC is better than Marvel? It's just because the people like you who create toxicity on
No,
internet.
I think known as
Where,
Hawkeye
like,
and Thor are clearly the same power level.
When you see the
Hawkeye is
Avengers,
better
right?
The
than Marvel.
point-
When you see the Avengers unfold, right, the first movie, it makes sense, these group of people and technology and this and that. Whereas in DC, when you bring these characters, they are just so, someone is so overpowered, someone is so different, and you feel like, why do you need other heroes at all? Like, why there's more heroes than Superman, because he can take care of the whole world, so
each character's tone is also like different. So like to do it in live action, it's like very hard. Like 'cause
Yeah.
Batman's very dark, Superman's very innocent, Flash is very like comedic.
yeah.
Yeah, so they're very different characters, and like trying to meld them together in live action,
But it's something which has
See,
worked so
it's
well
a
in
it's a very
comics,
risky
in cartoons
move.
also. But
See, it's a very risky move when you think about it. When we talk about side characters, it's easier to make a show about them and then reintroduce them in next movie. That, like, take WandaVision for example, right? They were in the movies, they were protagonists, then they got their own show. If people don't see that show, they come back and people will be fine with it. But when we talk about Superman, Batman, The Flash, and if they go on side adventures in animation or in another show, then come back live action and they are doing
if you
something
don't watch
new altogether.
WandaVision, you will be like, what the fuck is happening in Doctor Strange?
yeah,
You have no idea what is happening there. I have
Yeah,
friends
so
who did
although
not
the
watch
creators,
WandaVision.
correct, Sahil, correct. Although the creators had said, even if you haven't watched the show, you will be still fine with the movie. But that's not the case. You have to watch the
It's
show.
not the case.
Yeah.
I have friends who did not watch WandaVision for obvious reasons. Like not everyone watches TV shows.
But I
They
felt,
went for Multiverse of Madness.
but I
and they
felt
were like, what the
still
fuck is
because of
happening? Why is Wanda
pandemic,
here?
a lot of people saw WandaVision. If it wasn't a pandemic, way less people would have seen the show. Maybe that drive
That's still a good.
in a Doctor
But
Strange why they
still,
changed it, kind
but
of.
still, there were always people who would
See,
not watch
the
WandaVision.
point, Nona, you were trying to make about these, starting with these projects, starting with unknown characters, and then building up to a Justice League way later, maybe in animation, maybe some other form. The point is, like, if you start DC with these characters and then these characters become the primary hook,
No,
let
but
us say,
like a
towards
show like
DC.
Booster Gold, it's a series. It's not a movie. You're getting like big movies only. You're not getting a movie. We are getting Blue Beetle, which is like a very unknown character. but still we're not getting movies about these smaller characters. Just maybe we are getting a
But
movie
somewhere
about
down the line,
Supergirl, but
somewhere down
that's
the line,
very
Booster
interesting.
Gold will be a part of DC movies, no?
What? The shows?
I just
Huh.
Yeah,
I'm saying
yeah,
Booster
of
Movies or
course,
shows,
but
anything.
Gold will be
you
part
but
of DC.
you don't need to like when they connect it. Right? Then I don't know when they'll do it, but I'm sure he must have a plan to bring them in a way that it makes sense. And but
See,
I honestly
the,
feel it's
the
it's
dilemma
much
is
much better to
the
have a
dilemma is in
balance.
that movie.
But if you think about it, that's why No Way Home and even Black Panther they work is because there was no TV show character in that movie.
Yeah.
You can say that. Maybe they are gonna do a
See, the
spin off from
dilemma
Black
is
They
Panther
aren't.
though.
no.
It was easier to sell that movie to like different
Yeah.
countries as well.
Yeah.
Who is like I mean like
See,
I
the
think
thing
that's
is,
why
if Booster Gold shows up in a Justice League movie, he will be the most known character at that point of time in this DCU lineup. You getting my point?
Yeah.
If you start with him and you go to a Justice League movie with some things that Superman movie is coming, and I think that is going to be an amazing DCU project. Right?
Guys, 10 people
Apart
watching,
from
come on,
that,
hit that like button.
apart from that, whatever we do and we end up in a Justice League movie, you would have seen more of Booster Gold rather than the most famous characters like Batman and other in that movie. And I don't think that's the right way to start a Justice League movie where Booster Gold is the main character. I'm not saying he's the main character, but we would have watched most of him at that
No,
point
I
of time.
Okay, guys, what do you think? When will the Justice League movie come out with a new Batman and Superman?
feel like they
2030.
will.
I have a
30,
big,
2030,
I
I
have a
guess.
big timeline
Yeah.
problem with Batman and Superman actually.
Yeah.
By that time we definitely will be in IGS only.
It's very confusing what they're doing. It's very confusing what they're doing with Superman and Batman. Because Superman's 25 years old, while Batman already is meeting Damian Wayne, which is the fourth Robin.
Actually, I
did
had a
mention that.
different note. Damien, actually, Bruce Wayne wasn't really that old. See, when he became Batman, he was in comics. He was 26. Okay, although we had a different take in the Batman, he was shown 29 in first year, and year 2 May he was shown. Anyway, 30. So I think he will be shown like he was in 26, and Talia will raped Batman, right?
Yeah.
So if we consider that Damien Wayne is 8 years old or 9 years old, then Batman would be in his early 30s, 33, 34. He will
That's
still older than
still-
Batman.
That's still
I
a
mean,
big age.
he will be still older than Superman.
Yeah, that's still a big age gap, right? From 25 and 30.
What if they make
30.
Batman from his early 20s? So then when he's like,
Yeah,
The thing is, the
No,
Batman doesn't
Manoj.
really work with the team until the Batman doesn't really work with the team. So we have to always show that Batman is experienced and now he can actually
See,
take care of the team.
we don't know if
Yeah.
both of the movies are in the same year or something, right? We can have a
Yeah.
Superman
But,
movie
but
when he's 25 and then him showing up.
if they do it like that, then they'll every time they do a team up, they'll have to age up Superman or de-age Batman.
and you can't get the John.
I think the
Kent,
first
Damian
film hasn't
Wayne.
come out, I think.
Yeah. Itna abhi,
Okay, we'll see that when
age is not a factor right now.
Okay, we have a lot of chats here coming in.
If Superman is 25 in the year 2025, is he a Gen Z?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Okay,
Superman on TikTok.
I just want to say a
I actually don't want to see that.
lot of chats coming in. We'll take them. But before that, I just want to say, talking about all the projects came out. I'm honestly the biggest Superman fan. But the most excited I am for in the whole slate is the Authority, because of the description of
saw.
the show. I just
Yeah, I saw it
because
voting well on
that's what
Instagram.
something Marvel cannot do. Marvel cannot bring out a movie about anti-heroes. Just like anti-heroes who are saying we are the heroes, but we know what's the best. And that
Thunderbolts?
DC can pull off. And there is no
Yeah.
thing, oh, these characters are not like that. No one cares. No, Deadpool. See, Deadpool is like a, just one-off having fun. I'm talking about like a serious, like something like Boys. Something like The Boys.
Punisher.
Thunderbolt.
It's not a show movie,
X-Force.
right? Like old, it came out.
Avengers.
I'm talking about a group of like super beings, something like that. Like Eternals were also like they went there, but then they took a
They
U-turn.
don't even have to go to.
See, Marvel is doing the exact same thing. They're building up to it, right? All the CIA director, new president, Thunderbolt Ross. After the Secret Wars thing, this is going to be the slate where government will decide what's best for you, and the new superhero team, government approved superhero team, will decide what's best
And
for
we
you. They're
may
building
we
towards
may
that
see
only.
both the films together in the same year. Thunderbolts
Okay,
and the
guys,
Authority.
let's read the charts now because there are a lot of
Yeah,
charts.
yeah, yeah, let me go through that. Love the new slate. Lucifer says. Ramil says, I think they will reboot Aquaman V and Flash, but they couldn't confirm it because Aquaman Flash movie coming. Okay, Flash is having half of dozens ending. Your expectations from the Flash movie or TV show? We'll talk about that when we go to the slate. I don't have any problem with Creature Commando or projects with other unknown characters because even going Guardians of the Galaxy weren't well-known characters when introduced. I'm going in optimistic and open mind. I would say, I was when I saw the slate, right? I was like, what's happening? And when I saw the video of James Gunn and how passionately he was talking about it, and at the end he said, it's all about the storytelling. Then I was like sold off. Whatever they are making, I'm
You
sure
doesn't believe in
even if
because
I know them or not, if I love those characters or not, I'll be going to watch a good thing.
See, I would love to be proven wrong. Let me just say that off the start, right? I would love to be proven wrong. I would love to see if all the movies are successful. I'm just not confident at this point of time. Like Manoj and I talked about it. It's a fatigue kind of a thing. Like we have been expecting
changes from
Been
DC,
burned before.
and and again you are doing a change. Maybe when this settles for a bit in the next upcoming months or something, there might be a bit of positivity from my side also towards this. But again, like you talked about authority, right? I have currently, if I gave you an option, like select one DC project that you can, and it will come to live action. I don't think the authority will come to even hit the top 10 of your list. Even now, when
No,
it's
listening to what he said, I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. Even if Superman Legacy, I'm more interested in having, watching Authority because that's the whole idea of that is something I want to see. I think the whole slate, right? It challenges the whole idea of superhero fatigue because they are doing something different altogether. I think with Superman and Lois, it was proven that people were willing to watch a family drama of a superhero. So I guess that may influence, Superman Legacy. We may have action, a lot of action, but I think that's where they're going for. So I feel
do you
like,
think we
Is
will
it
have a new
weird
Flash
it's called
also?
Legacy? Is it weird it's called Legacy? It's his first,
yeah, I don't know.
still young Superman. It's like.
Did you see?
kind of-
Did you guys see all the comics are sold out?
Imagine they do a twist, right? Like
Yeah.
they go the full movie, right? Like not revealing, like just saying Superman, and at the end, like he's like, my name is Jonathan Kent.
Oh my no.
Oh.
I hope so. He doesn't do
Legacy,
that. Okay.
Legacy.
Tanmay says my expectation is dead. Kids gameplay says I want a trailer reaction of the Flash. Okay, I think Super Bowl is happening. A lot of trailers will be coming out, so we'll plan something and be maybe live or be at and react to all the trailers.
When is Super Bowl?
I have no idea.
13th.
James Gunn is megalomaniac. Okay. Tanmay says I'll be 32 when they finish phase 1. God knows when we'll see Darkseid. I'm in no hurry, man. Like Darkseid is like something that happened.
You want to see Darkseid? Watch the Snyder cut.
It's not enough.
I'm
no,
sure he
that's
has
the
seen it
problem,
multiple times now. But I would say, like Thanos, man, you have to build to a Darkseid in a long thing. Darkseid is like I think the ultimate, in DC world.
Yeah,
To
he's
build
the
up to
ultimate
that,
villain.
like you don't
Yes,
bring
yeah.
it Darkseid within 5 films and like that's over. But after Snyder Cut hype, they should continuously shoot Justice League 2, 3 out. Man, I'm done with Snyder Cut. I think he's also done. He's having his own time. All the actors are having their own time. It's over. Move on.
I'm not.
He's having a new Netflix series, right?
Brian says just got here, but I think Lantern will be the series the most potential. Superman Legacy
I
will
am
set the tone.
very excited for
Booster
Lantern.
Gold will be
Yeah.
like Kang the Conqueror. They are introducing Damian Wayne Lamau, but this is just a part of chapter 1. There are many new projects and new characters waiting to be announced. Chapter 1 itself. Yep, that's true.
they're not just coming with Damon Wayne. They'll have a whole Bat family
Yeah.
dynamic going on in that
That's what
movie.
they're saying. Yeah.
I think,
I think
and
this chapter is called what?
Gods and
something,
Monsters.
right?
Monsters.
Got some.
It's-
That's
I
an
don't really
amazing
like-
animated movie, by the way.
Yeah. It's
Amazing
That-
animated.
that's an Elseworld storyline.
Yeah.
Not
That's
just-
why. That's why I don't like it. I don't like the fact that they're calling the chapter 1 that. But
Because the
It was too
DCU is
cheeky.
Elseworld, right?
It was too cheeky.
For Snyder fans, DCU now is Elseworld.
also he's admitting to himself. This is Elseworlds.
Just opposite compared to Kang. Okay. लाल बीटल, ब्लू बीटल, जेम्स गन सबसे evil, बस्टर गोल्ड, डूम पेट्रोल, अभिनीत भैया ब्यूटीफुल.
You know why they're calling it Gods and Monsters though, right?
That was a nice poetry. Suraj Jha, nice
I
one.
said you know why they're calling it Gods and Monsters, right? The explanation behind it.
Because Superman is God and we have then monster, Swamp Thing and all of that.
Yeah, that's the whole point of it. Like
Yeah,
Superman
but
is God,
I'm not-
Supergirl is God, then creature commandos are and Swamp Thing are
But I would
monsters.
say
That's
even
it.
the Supergirl storyline, man, they're choosing, it's like a jaded Supergirl who has seen like horrific stuff.
I don't like it.
I like the
don't
idea,
like
right?
I don't know.
I love the
I
idea.
hated the comic. I have read the
What do you
comic.
think will be the tone of DCU now? Since James Gunn, I really want it to be dark, like we had the
It's
Snyder.
not going to be.
Not going to be.
Like
It's
that.
I
not
would
going
I
to
would
be.
love to have
Well, there
different
could be
tones.
projects that-
I would love to have
I
different
think
kind of
Dark
tones.
doesn't sell well,
Yeah.
Dark doesn't sell well.
Like
See,
Swamp Thing
Superman
is
movie is
a
going to be
horror
very
movie, right?
hopeful kind of a movie,
Yeah.
and I think this is going to be one of the best Superman movies. But Supergirl project, the storyline they are talking about, I've read it. They are going for a brooding Supergirl now.
They should bring
But
Zack
what
Snyder
about
to
the
direct the
Batman,
Super.
the Brave and the Bold? Will it be a dark movie or like?
No, no way. It'll be lighthearted. It's all
Lighthearted.
it's all about the family dynamic. right?
It's a
There will be dark
family.
moments,
If
there will
if
be dark
Damien is
moments.
like a he says assassin, then I think there'll be like
Assassin,
Yeah.
it'll be darker in a like
It's
tone.
not
At
like
least
a-
the tone will be
dark
darker, but
moment.
Matt Reeves
But-
Batman movie, but it's
Have
not
you
also like the Adam
seen,
West movies.
Have
It's a
you
good
seen
movie.
Yeah, it'll
anything
be-
with Damian Wayne in it, Nona?
Will it have a tone like
What?
Batman Superman or something
Have you
like
seen anything with
Batman
Damian
Begins?
Wayne in it? Have you watched?
I
Batman
think so.
Begins
Some
maybe.
animated.
I
stuff
think
have
Batman
it.
Begins more defines
That
it.
Son of
You would have only
Batman,
shared
no?
it.
Geeky Shiki, have you watched that? There's an animated movie called Son of Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that
Batman
is something.
Damian Wayne.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
might be the tone, I think.
Ramil says, "What's the big problem with Batman
Animated Batman
Superman
is
age
so
gap?
dark.
Making Batman more mature and experienced is a good idea." The new Justice League will
actually,
be.
Why is Batman being showed always like older than Superman? They could be at the same age. Batman is always
They are always
I
the
feel.
same
I
age.
honestly feel
Batman
that
and Superman
you
are like
need
best
a
friends. They are the
experienced
same age.
Batman to stand in front of a Superman. You cannot have a
Yeah, agreed.
year one Batman
Agreed.
standing in front of Superman. It makes no sense.
I think there is one more reason because Robert Pattinson, we are already showing the early days Batman, right? So they probably want to differentiate between that Batman and this Batman.
Yeah, but if we think of the
And
long
also,
term, then
like-
he will be an aged actor now. If we are thinking about just
It will be easier to do a Batman Beyond movie then.
And they were going
Ah.
to give us Michael Keaton as Batman, so this is better than that.
Yeah, that is true. Don't give them ideas. Now we'll get Michael Keaton back.
Wow. Wow.
Varun has
And also, I
priority
think
sorted.
darker, like we still have the Matt Reeves
Yeah.
trilogy coming out. So
That
Because
would be
like,
younger.
Batman the
this
Brave and the Bold,
Batman,
that
this
show,
will be the family man Batman, I guess.
that show Batman the Brave and
Family
the Bold.
Man.
Have you guys seen it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen a few.
How's it?
episodes.
How's it? I've never watched that show.
It's more light-hearted, no, Batman.
It's
he
like a
interacts
comedic
with-
show.
Yeah, he interacts with everyone in the DC universe. Like he teams
Yeah.
up with different characters in different episodes. It's fun, I think.
You gotta be
watch-
kidding me, Manoj.
Dude,
What have you
there's a
sent?
Scooby-Doo movie. There's a Scooby-Doo
You gotta
movie
be kidding me.
crossover with Brave and the Bold.
Oh, the
So he
WhatsApp one?
teamed up with Scooby-Doo also.
Yeah. I've seen, but is that Batman Brave and the Bold?
Yeah, it's Batman Brave
Same
and the
version.
Bold.
Okay,
Yeah.
like I watched it when I was a kid. I don't even remember.
No. That is a different Scooby-Doo.
That-
I'm talking about the recent. There's a
The
new movie
recent
came out
crossover.
2018.
Okay, that
Every
I
year,
know.
Scooby-Doo releases a new movie.
See,
2017,
this has nothing to do with that.
2018.
This Brave and the Bold is from the comics about,
Hmm.
Damien coming into his life and him teaching Damien that,
Him being
killing people is not right and all that.
So guys, who do you think will be the next Batman?
Too soon.
Who
Too
could be?
soon. Wait. Let me take the chats.
Varun.
The new Justice League will be at the end of chapter, and the whole chapter hasn't been revealed yet, so there's a plenty of time to introduce legacy characters. The Authority question mark. This is what I'm excited about because it introduces Wildstorm. They are maybe leading up to a Superman versus Authority chapter. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I feel Superman will make a appearance in Authority, and that will lead up to like a first Justice League or just Authority versus Superman kind of a thing. From Flash movie, by the way, do you really think Marvel made 10-year plan and connected each movie within just 3 months? Lol, that makes sense.
Yes, actually they did. They make a 10-year plan here. Of course.
They make
did.
20-year plans.
I think initially they were.
Like,
sort
they
of
don't
figuring
reveal
it out as they
everything,
were going
basically.
along,
Yeah.
Initially they were like still sort of figuring it out, but I think now they definitely have a solid.
Grant Morrison seemed to inspire Batman Brave Bold. Okay, Warner Brothers is broken. Lamau, Hall H to small room. That's true. Have we talked about how they created Elseworlds brand? That's great, right? Yeah, I actually like that.
Yeah, that is good.
This can come back.
I still don't
Everything
like
is-
that Teen Titans Go is still a
We are
thing.
getting Joker also, and I think if they will give Joker a trilogy, like by the time Joker 3 comes out, they'll probably have a new version of Batman in that film also, since
Then they'll make a multiverse movie, Batman versus Joker.
three. Oh yeah, we can have 3 Batmen. You know,
Batman.
It'll be like Batman No Way Home.
Oh man! Already, Batman,
why is
Superman,
Teen
Lanterns
Titans
have been
Go still a
announced.
thing?
We'll maybe see a glimpse of Wonder Woman in the Paradise or Lost series. I want Zack Snyder to direct because it's like a Game of Thrones kind of thing.
I don't want to hear that same Amazonian theme music again.
Let's be honest.
From
Shout
not
out.
that. That's a better one. The other one in
What could be
Zack
one
Snyder's Justice League.
solo kick-ass
Zack
Batman?
Snyder's Justice League.
Oh.
Something like that it's called.
Like, what if it's like 1 hour show of that theme music altogether again?
But man, that is much
Zack
better
Snyder
than
does
what Pat Jenkins did in Wonder Woman 2.
You know what, guys? What could be one?
We don't
kick-ass,
talk about that movie. I
Yeah.
wished on the dreamstone for that movie to get erased.
And Geeky was saying something. What were you saying?
Thank you. It's out of context, but I was thinking what could be that one particular, just one solo Batman movie, and it could be a kick-ass one. Like if we bring back Christian Bale. Yeah, don't nod. I haven't even completed.
Are
Let him
the thing is
Let him
okay. Yeah,
complete.
complete.
One particular movie on base Christian Bale when he returns at Batman Gotham, and that could be like The Dark Knight Returns. Just one solo movie.
But there's no
Maybe not-
Superman in that
it would be
universe.
really early. It would be really early. Maybe after 5.
There is no Superman in that universe. They'll make something up. No? They will.
See, the thing
But
is,
see, the
it's
thing is-
amazing to make theories. You know, it's fascinating. The thing is,
actually can do that. They actually can.
without
do that.
Christopher Nolan, Christian Bale will not
He's not
come
coming
back.
back.
Without Christian Bale, Christopher Nolan will not come back, and Christopher Nolan is not coming back to WB.
Never he's coming back to
So it's not
Hey,
happening.
because the hierarchy has changed now. Rock said that.
It changed, really
I feel
changed.
bad for him. I feel so bad for that guy.
I feel more bad for Henry, man.
I
At least Rock got to do a movie.
Guys, imagine it if we actually see Christian Bale again. It would be like seeing Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. It would be the same kind of hype. Seeing Christian Bale on big screen as Batman again. Just imagine that, yeah.
That is true.
How's that not a good idea?
I don't know, man.
But I know Nolan wouldn't do it. Like I think Nolan has sort of closed that
No,
chapter.
I tell-
Without Nolan,
I'll
Bale
come for
won't do
it.
it.
Which Nolan you're
Yeah.
talking about?
I get that I was cracking
Both.
some lame joke. Come
James
on,
Gunn
guys.
made us cry about a tree in Guardians of the Galaxy, made us love a character like Peacemaker after committing such such a heinous died in the Suicide Squad.
Heinous.
He can make uninteresting characters interesting. Okay, some things could be amazing. I should watch the recent TV show that got cancelled. These comics sold out by movie announcement, but Zach posted Turkey a long crisis event comic ratio.
Yeah, you know what?
I want read Women of Tomorrow. Okay, will it's a different perspective and TV Supergirl show what Superman should have been, dude. But James Gunn did wrong with Henry. I don't know, man. Like
James Gunn didn't do anything. Come on.
The management.
Yeah,
What is
He did
fault?
not fire him. He
James
just did not
Gunn
hire
didn't
him.
kill him, but he didn't watch him die either.
but we can still
okay,
get
alright,
the
but
buddy
do you
friendship
think
or
it's
world's
different?
finest chemistry with slightly younger Superman and the Batman. Suraj says vengeance. I like movie says I think Damien would be portrayed in more of kick-ass kind of vibe, a bit more fun tone than Snyder Cut, and the Batman to more like Batman Begins. I'll be seeing the Flash, just a tribute to my Batman, Ben Affleck. I don't think he's even there in that movie.
No, Ben Affleck is there.
Ben Affleck is absolutely there. What are you
Yeah.
saying? What did you
In
eat
the
last night?
Flash
I mean, what
movie.
did you have in the dinner?
Yeah, it's
See,
already confirmed.
I heard
somebody-
they're cutting out
somebody in
those
the chat
sequences.
just
So I
said,
don't
no?
know.
No, see, they
No,
have to show
Batman,
the universe
Batfleck
changing,
will be
right?
there.
They have
yeah,
to show
they
the
have to
universe
show him
changing, right?
disappearing, right?
Yeah, it'll be like
Universe
when
But
Flash
he won't
like
changes
disappear in
Romeo.
that movie because he has shot some scenes for the Aquaman. No?
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
But Aquaman, we don't know what like the scenes is going to be. But Flash, we are like sure he'll be there. I think he'll be there in the starting and then maybe.
It
All
could
right,
be like
guys.
the Flash
Do
TV
you-
show when
do-
they show the multiverse,
do you
not
guys
that
think
every
that-
universe like they just show Flash.
I would love if Batman just Luke Skywalker himself from the DCU. like Odin
I
did
think he
or
will.
Ragnarok.
I think Ben Affleck will make his character might sacrifice himself, something like that. I think
Yeah.
they will give him a send off, like because even when they brought him back, they were like, "This is going to be a send off for his character." Like, they
You know,
had
I
to
just
sacrifice
what I
himself.
feel. What if they have announced Henry is not there, this is not coming back or and all that. What if there is like a small 5 to 10 minute sequence in the Flash where we see them, like we get like a send off kind of, and we see them.
They should
Like
do that.
how we saw in this Apocalypse War, how Flash was told, and that made me emotional. I want like Henry just telling
Yeah.
Flash, "Run, Barry, run. We'll always be with you."
They
And
should do
slowly,
that,
the
right?
white thing is coming,
Oh.
and all the
No,
characters are
nothing.
fading
It's
off, and
just
suddenly it's
stopping.
over.
It
I
will
got
be-
They
chills.
might do
I just
that.
got
They
chills
might do that.
saying all
They
that.
might do that.
They should.
Because
do that.
James Gunn said this Flash movie is going to reboot the DCU itself. So they might
And
do
he said
something
one more
at the
thing,
end of it.
that it's one of the
Because they
best
thought that
superhero
this
movie he
was
has
damn
seen.
emotional at the end.
Yeah.
He called it one of the best superhero movies. So
Do you think that's why they're like, okay, we are done with Henry, so let's just put the news. But then he's still there in the Flash. Let's
Yeah,
keep that as
yeah.
a surprise.
yeah.
Do you think? But it's such a
No,
risky
because
PR move,
they
man.
said right, Henry is not fired. He is not casted as
Yeah.
Superman anymore
Superman.
in the new
In the new
new
Superman.
world Superman movie.
Yeah, he's very
Can we
careful
have
with his
like
words
maybe
also.
in few years, can we have Henry Cavill as Superman in DC Elseworld movies where he has white hair like the
The
typical
Kingdom
Elseworld
Come,
Superman?
Kingdom Come.
Yeah, Kingdom.
But I don't think they'll announce two Superman movies, yeah. Unless
Of
the
course.
Legacy
See,
comes
for
out.
that, we actually needed an older version of Henry.
No, unless
for-
the Legacy film comes out, and then they later announce we are doing a Elseworld Superman story with Henry Cavill. That's Kingdom Come.
But that can be done in future, no? That
Yeah,
can be
yeah.
done.
Future is it's open.
But do you think honestly Henry Cavill would want
Everything
to come
can be done.
Of course, why wouldn't
Like
he
he's
have
been
all
messed
this?
up so many
Snyder
times.
Cut can
You
also
know,
happen.
but-
Future.
See, we were talking about the Flash movie, right?
Yeah.
And they have been so careful about wording about how these movies are going to come. Both the
Yeah.
Aquaman movie, Shazam movie, and the Flash movie. Even Ezra Miller's return,
Yeah.
First I thought they were bringing him back as Flash. Then I watched the videos and all the posts, and then I realized like they are avoiding talking about him at all. Like I said, he is in therapy. We'll
Yeah.
see what
They're
happens. when he
waiting.
comes out
They're
of it.
waiting to see how situation.
And
see,
why?
I just want to
Yeah,
say
so
I don't
I don't think he's going
understand
to
this
continue.
sentiment that Ezra Miller cannot work anymore. Dude, everyone make mistakes. If that was the case, then you should remove. Robert Downey Jr. would have never got the
Mona
role.
just got cancelled. Like
Just give a
You
guy a
should-
chance,
you
right?
should-
Just
you should
because
wait.
he commits something wrong, and we just should stop him and close him forever and
Something.
never do anything else.
out of
But
all
something.
people, James Gunn should be the one to give him that
I would
chance.
say something.
actually.
I would say something. What do you think would be the ending of the Flash movie? Because when they actually have to say "Run, Barry, run," what could be that ending? What is that
Either-
catastrophic thing?
Either they kind of have you seen the Crisis thing that Arrowverse did? So they also did this whole
Yeah.
world change and all the words.
But they could show the.
So they
new
kind of
ones, right?
showed
Because-
the new things, like
But
What
they were
would
able to show.
take them to that step where he has to actually run to a new universe and has to change the timeline? What could be the? What I have heard is what I think, and it's also my theory. The villain of that movie would be obviously that Dark Flash and General Zod, because Michael Chan is
Zod
coming back
bad.
as
Yeah.
General
Zod is
Zod in
bad.
the movie. So actually, we see General Zod was damn powerful character, and in comparison to Supergirl, obviously Supergirl isn't that okay. Even Superman was new, but I think Batman is old. Michael Keaton Batman is old. Flash is very new. Supergirl is again new. Whereas when it comes to General Zod and Dark Flash, so it's going to be tough competition for all the three of them.
I didn't know General Zod is in
So
the
then,
movie.
so then Henry Cavill shows up.
He's the main villain.
Michael Chan is coming back as
You know
General
what?
Zod.
When you said that, right? I just realized we also have the Michael Keaton Batman, and it's like coincidentally, the Flash is gonna be like a coming together of the whole DC worlds we had seen till now,
Yeah.
and it will end with starting afresh.
See,
Like what a
I
coincidence!
think what Nona said about Dark Apocalypse War ending. Why did they keep that ambiguous? It was the end of
The
DC
animated
universe, right?
yeah, universe.
Animated
Yeah.
universe, yeah.
And they didn't want to tell you that how the next phase will start or how the next animated universe will start. And I think that's the best way to do it in this. Also, let's go to a white screen when he runs.
Like
And
they'll
then
do
whatever
that.
you do after that,
you know what?
it will be a new
You
beginning.
know what I would like if I am any chance there. What I would show, I would just show a kid who's in this world, and he's hopeful
With a red
that they are
cape.
heroes in this world.
With a red cape running.
Whatever
With
you
the
want to show,
Man of Steel
whatever,
theme song.
whatever you want to show.
Didn't we
You
see
know?
that in Justice League? A kid who is hopeful about Superman. The film
No.
begins with that.
Does it? No, it begins with the
Yeah.
song, right?
No, it begins with that.
Hey,
The
kids
kid
asking,
recording
no.
video.
Arey, yaar, oh my
I keep
god.
bringing that up, and you're like, no.
Why you are bringing that memory, man? I had forgotten
But
it.
I think what happened.
The
No,
best
I think
opening
what
of
happened.
The original death of DCU.
No, I think I know what will happen. You know, Flash will run off, they'll cut to white, and then James Gunn will walk out, and he'll be like, "Hey guys, here's a new slate."
One thing, he said he's connecting everything, right? But he didn't specify anything about the current animated universe which is going on,
No,
right?
yes,
It's
no.
over,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Of course, he has
No,
released.
The new
It's
one
going
has
on,
started.
no?
Tomorrow was like
Yeah,
Supergirl just
tomorrow
came
was-
out. The new Supergirl movie came out, and
Leader
there
of-
was a
leader of-
there was a really crazy cliffhanger post-credit scene where like
I know,
Superman
I
and
know.
Batman
I
are
saw it.
fighting, and they both
Yeah.
get shot by a ray and they disappear.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, I saw that.
Hiring Ezra again will bring major backlash. I don't care, man. It's like there are 1,000 people who work on a film. It's not just the main actor.
And it's
Uh,
not just like people have committed worse crimes and they are still, making movies. So.
I mean, Henry Cavill's only crime was looking too good. And look what they did.
Justice League even exists, not anymore. I'm sure they'll fire anyone until Aquaman 2 and get released because they don't want to lose money. Okay, I think we're just going in a circle now. Let's just quickly talk about all the projects. I have sent you the picture, all of you, so you can refer that. I was just showing it on screen. So first, okay, it's too small. I cannot see. Shazam.
There's the photo.
That's what.
Is it
Nolan
Adam's
Coulson
photo?
said.
We should credit the Heroes Reforged.
Yeah, guys, this is created by Heroes Reforged, Adam Levesque. So thank you for that. So the first thing is Shazam coming out. I have literally I just don't care about this film. The last
A trailer
trailer,
came out last
like-
week and I was like, wait,
No one
what?
knew,
When-
yeah.
I saw the
Okay,
trailer
did not
halfway
watch
through.
the
I
film.
stopped watching the trailer and I stopped it. Like I don't
Why,
care.
dude? I like
Hey,
it.
no.
I'm
I like the trailer.
I like
it.
it.
Was not like-
Like
They show like he's
I
losing
believe
his
I'm not
powers and all.
watching
Like his suit is turning black, like how Black Adam's suit was before he got his confidence back.
Do you think they wrote that when Black Adam was a big thing? Like they're like, oh, we should turn everything into Black Adam.
I really like the director.
It is actually
Big fan of the
Black
director.
History Month in February.
David
Black
Sandberg.
History Month.
Right.
What?
See, I'm only going to watch it for David Sandberg because I
Yeah.
really like him.
No, I'm of course gonna watch it, but it's not that the trailer was bad. I'm like, I just don't care. You know?
Varun met him in real life, so that's why I'm gonna.
No, that's
Yeah.
Zachary Levi, right? The
No, he meant Zachary Levi,
Yeah.
Yeah.
who's against. Okay.
Let's not get there.
You know, Peter
Really
Safran is
up.
the producer on that, right?
See, and I
He's what?
really like Shazam 1.
He's a
Yeah, I
executive
agree.
producer in that movie.
Yeah.
So why would he, commit something and say something that would make that movie a loss? They're just not saying about any of these movies, anything about this movie.
Right. Peter Safran.
I
Right.
think the Shazam 2's mid-credit scene would be related to the Flash. It would be something interesting. Or maybe actually, what if we see towards the end of the Shazam movie that the universe has already started to reboot, and what exactly is happening, we'll see in the Flash.
Nah, I don't think so.
I think they'll
I
keep
don't think so.
Shazam bit separate because even James Gunn was saying Shazam as a separate thing.
I think they'll not try to do
Exactly.
anything which confuses people more. So they're just gonna be a Shazam movie, end it, and that's it.
There is
Maybe a post-credit scene
Even-
hinting something,
see,
but nothing
Shazam,
more.
I think, like even in the first film, the way they showed DC Universe, that was like it was so.
The
it felt
Batman
like it was
toys,
our universe.
yeah.
Actually, you know what? Varun?
Yeah.
Not
Wasn't
just
a
Batman
toy,
I
toys,
was
the
actually
Joker
saying-
and
I was
Harley
actually
Quinn toys.
I
Yeah.
was going to say
Like
the
they're
thing. What
criminals
if?
toys. So it was already like DC's something
Actually,
different.
Varun, actually, I actually was going to say the same thing. What if the Shazam is already part of DCU?
Yeah.
That's what he said,
Because they
right?
haven't
James
really
Gunn said in the
shown
video.
Superman or Batman. Yeah,
Shazam was never a big part of the previous
already,
universe, so
yeah.
it's easy to
Shazam.
connect.
Or maybe Shazam is in a universe where DC is like fictional characters. That's why we have all
No,
these.
I think he had
No,
the
wait,
blade ring.
He had an actual. He said he had an authentic
Bullet, yeah.
batarang.
Batarang. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
That was
heard
Ben
this.
Affleck's
The better
Batman
thing-
also.
The
was
better
Ben
thing
Affleck's
that
Batman.
might happen or they might do is like they will let these movies come. They'll not acknowledge anything about it. They'll say even if they are a part of the new slate of DCU, they'll not affect the other coming movies, right? They'll not affect Superman. They'll not affect Batman. Anything like that. So when the
Do you
time passes
think-
after 5 years, nobody will even consider these movies as a part of DCU.
Like we don't
They're just
consider
keeping quiet.
Ninja Padwa as a part of MCU.
No, do you think
For me, even the Thor: The Dark World is a part of this MCU, right?
That's true.
Oh, that movie, yes, correct.
Yeah.
No, do you think they're just waiting
You have
to
to
see how
acknowledge
these
both good and
movies
bad,
perform?
no?
Actually,
Like,
haven't
these-
watched Thor Dark.
Manoj
till now.
is trying to speak for last 5
Why? You
minutes.
should
No,
watch
I'm
it.
just saying. Do you
Really,
think?
Kyle? Really? Now?
Yeah, it has a good Germany scene.
I know it's going to be better than Love and Thunder, but
Let's
Yeah, it is.
it's not
Let's
going to be better than Morbius.
let us
yeah,
talk.
come on.
Let Manoj
Talk
talk.
of DC. No, I'm just saying for Shazam, Aquaman, like, do you think they're just waiting to see how these movies pan out, like financially and critically, and then make the
Maybe.
decision to like?
I
whether
do
we
feel a
need
bit
it or
like
not?
I
that,
don't
yeah.
know.
Because they're
Especially
like-
mainly for Shazam, because Shazam,
Shazam,
it
yeah.
has no hype. It literally has no hype anywhere. So Aquaman, I guess, because all the controversy happened and all that, I guess, and Flash.
But what
of
if
course,
Shazam is a good movie? What if? I know.
Yeah, it will
has
be.
a hype.
I think
Then they'll
it
put
will
them-
be a
It
good
is going to be a
movie.
good movie.
Yeah.
It is
But
going
you
to
know,
be a good
actually,
movie.
Jackie Level is also aging now.
What if this
Jackie
is
Level also
DC's new
aging.
marketing strategy?
Okay, what if these kids are like that girl, Matt? He's playing herself now as
Yeah,
as an elder
Mary,
version. What
no?
if these Billy
Mary.
Batson, Mary,
Mary,
whatever
yeah.
her name is. So what if they do something like this? That Zachary Levi won't continue as Shazam, the elder version. This kid who plays Billy Batson will be the elder version as himself. Maybe in 5 to 6 years. That could also work.
And what's the point of the point of Shazam is that it's a
You
kid
turn
turning into
into
an
an
adult.
adult. Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually,
I
they're pretty
mean,
grown
yeah,
up
that was
already.
my other
They're pretty grown
concern
up
that,
already now.
Yeah, they are.
yeah, the
They
kid
had
is
a
already
long gap
looking
between
so
both the
older.
movies.
Maybe that is concluded after 2 movies. They're like done. Shazam done.
Yeah, could be.
But guys,
No,
can we?
or they just
I
do it
did-
like or they just do it like a He-Man kind of thing where a skinny guy turns into a buff.
Man, I was a big fan
Yeah,
of
but
He-Man.
no,
Yeah,
You
it used to come on
you are talking
Pogo,
about
right?
Captain America.
I don't know which
Yes,
channel
can
it
we
should
talk
come.
about
Captain
the Flash?
America
I'm
is
really excited for the
permanent.
movie.
Captain America can't shout Captain
He-Man
America and turn
was
back.
Yeah.
Oh, go. Yeah, I guess.
Guys, can we talk about the Flash? Really? I'm really excited for the movie. Please.
Yeah, but just going to the chat, they completely show the movie in the trailer. By the way, anyone noticed Wonder Woman in Shazam 2? I did
Ah,
notice that
yeah,
thing.
trailer.
but-
I sent you the screenshot.
Yeah,
Send
yeah.
you
yeah.
the screenshot.
But
That
keeping
is
the
one-
current Shazam cast in DCU will be difficult. Billy and other kids have grown up, and after 5-10 years, it won't make sense. I think it's better to introduce a new Shazam, or I just don't want a Shazam anymore. We are done.
No,
Wonder
you
Woman
see,
is
anyway,
rumored to
Black
appear in
Adam didn't do
Shazam,
well.
right? Okay, yes, okay.
He's
So now
like
coming
funny
to Flash.
Superman.
Coming to the Flash.
A Shazam character without Black Adam in any
Yeah, it's
universe won't
incomplete.
make a sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So tell me one by one. Are you guys excited for the Flash? Yes or no?
Yes, a lot.
Mona?
It's
Yes.
he's
Yes,
one of my
oh,
favorite after
obviously,
Superman.
yes.
So
Yes.
Same for me.
Everyone excited for the Flash. Why I'm really excited is, first of all, it's going to be completely new verse. Okay. And of course, I'm going to see Ben Affleck battle for the last. Maybe for the last time, because it's been rumored that Ben Affleck is still going to play Bruce Wayne or maybe Batman the Aquaman too, because he had recently shot some scenes with him.
He was seen on set, so
I think we all will be emotional after
So
watching the
was-
movie.
So was Hugh Jackman on the set
Yeah.
of the Avengers.
Actually, a lot of
Is the
confusion
date
will
fixed
end
for
after the
Flash?
Flash movie.
Yeah.
The Flash is definitely going to be one of the best movies of this year, and it's going to hold. It has the most potential to hold the upcoming DCU.
agreed.
What are the Marvel projects we are getting this time?
June
than,
something. Flash is coming out in June something.
He's
Ant-Man?
five you're talking Marvel shows. Secret Invasion is coming out in.
No, not just movies.
Ant-Man in a week.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man is coming out next month.
Another
Then we
zero
have,
hype movie.
This
Ant-Man
month.
is coming next week.
Yeah.
Next week,
Ant-Man
Ant-Man
is
is coming out
Ah.
next to next week, 17th.
Basically, like
17th,
technically
17th.
after 10 days.
The Flash.
And then Guardians will come.
Then we have Guardians of the Galaxy in May.
May.
Then we have the Marvels. Maybe it's coming
Why are
out
we
in.
talking about Marvel?
I'm not
The
sure.
Marvel.
This
Marvel.
is DC chat.
No, I was just asking which movie could compete with Flash, but I feel no movie can.
Oh, you
compete with
connected
Flash.
like that, huh?
I think the closest is like in terms of release
Ant-Man.
date or whatever.
Ant-Man.
No. Ant-Man.
No, I'm saying no. In terms of in the entire year,
Okay.
there's no movie better than Ant-Man this year from Marvel.
Correct.
Because
No, the
Guardians
Marvels. The
I
Marvel
Guardians
will be
movie.
better.
It'll-
Guardians
No,
has
actually,
no.
I agree with Sahil because the Ant-Man is primarily focused on the upcoming big villain, and he is going to be appearing on the screen for the first time.
Okay, in that way. Acha.
Only
Yeah.
Flash can only compete with Kang. I mean, like in
Correct,
terms of
correct.
the.
If we compare these two movies, these two are going to be the
Yeah.
biggest competition with each other because they have the best potential. Because they actually
Yeah.
hold the future
But-
on their respective.
I feel Guardians will be
That's fine.
all of our favorite movie of the year by the end.
That's
I
coming
It will be a
from
hope.
Mona.
wholesome
That's
movie.
coming from Mona.
I
Don't
think
count
it
us
will be a
in for
wholesome
Oh,
movie.
dude, apparently 2 characters are going to die in Guardians.
DC. So DC. But
Batman said that.
Wonder Woman is rumored to appear. Okay, nothing new. Okay, so Flash. You're talking about Flash.
Okay, one more thing. Are you down for Ezra Miller to play and continue Flash?
Yes.
Same for
Depends
me.
on-
I'll reserve my statement till the movie is out.
Yeah,
What-
same
It'll
for me.
depend on his performance on this
Sahil, what about
on the
you?
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, even I want to wait for this movie because honestly, I feel we haven't seen enough of Ezra Miller other than the news and everything as Flash. So I'm not
Good
convinced
one,
with
good
him
one, good
being.
one, good one.
But he
Yeah.
needs to behave better, huh? If he's gonna do the same thing over and over
Yeah,
again,
you
then no.
have to.
Just stop
You have to
talking like my
maintain
school
a-
principal. He needs to behave better. Otherwise, we'll kick him out of the class.
Next time, yeah.
But I feel he
Last
still
one.
needs to like convince everyone that he is inside the character. He's not just playing it for.
Like he's not
First
doing
take of
method
it.
acting for
You know,
Flash.
what was that part where I was actually convinced with his performance when it was like, this for you, dad, and when he runs back in time.
Dude, that scene was
So
amazing. That
That part was like, I was, okay, he
I
can
feel
do
you need
that.
to have multiple. I think you have to for a Flash. I think we have seen 6-7 seasons of. Like, I have seen only 4 seasons of Flash TV show, and right now in my head he's the Flash.
Grant Gustin.
Same.
Yeah, for the
Agreed.
Kang Rush, yeah, exactly. And
Don't you
whenever
mean
I see
they
Ezra
are the
Miller,
Flash?
I compare him with him
See,
because
if
he's
there-
the most
If there was no controversy around him, I think this was one of the best castings they could ever done. For
Agreed.
I think every
Still
casting by
need to
Zack
perform.
Snyder was
You need
amazing.
to perform.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Casting
every
is good.
casting.
You should have to perform. I believe.
Except Lex Luthor. That's the only one which I
I even like the way. I even like the idea he was going with, but it just didn't
The
work
idea
out.
was good,
Yeah.
but I didn't like.
That's the whole Snyderverse. The idea was good.
Idea was good execution.
No.
No. Let's move on.
We will not agree.
No.
Audience and we will not agree.
I don't know.
Agreed. No, agreed.
What do you think?
My DC plan, Tamay says my DC plan, complete plan. The Batman, Man of Hope, The Amazons, Aquaman, Green Lantern, Death of Superman, Cyborg, Flash, Booster Gold, Rise of Man of Steel, Justice League Part 1, Justice League Apocalypse 4.
2 months
okay.
death of Superman. So, no more.
No.
Okay,
No.
moving on from the
They
Flash,
tried already.
we get
They
a
did the animated universe in live action.
Yeah.
we get a reset of the
Did you
universe,
like
and
the
then
suit
we
of
get
the
Blue
Flash
Beetle.
in the Justice League movie? Did you guys like the suit of the Flash?
It was
In
fine.
the Justice League
Which
movie.
suit?
I like that as a first
It's
suit.
made by Batman,
It,
right?
I like it as a first
it
suit.
felt like he
No,
created
he
it
made it
himself.
himself.
So it felt raw. It really
And
felt
it
nice
fitted
to-
him well. You know, like the call and everything. It looked.
I don't
good.
like this one. I don't like
Yeah,
this
the
one.
new one is not.
No, this
You
is
were
the
like-
this is the Snyder
There
one,
are,
nah?
there are multiple suits in that. The trailer where he sees something, some blood on that mask is
Okay,
awful.
so I'm going to tell you something about the Flash where he is actually painting. So there are going to be 2 Flash in this movie. One is going to be younger version of Barry Allen, which we will see in the Michael Keaton universe, who doesn't have powers, but he will get powers because our Barry Allen, considering it him our Barry Allen, when he will reach that universe, he will train him and he will give him powers because they may have to fight Dark Flash and General Zod together. So we need one more Flash, and maybe he has lost the Speed Force, so he needs another push from other Flash.
Is the movie out?
No. Shut up.
So it's
Let me
a-
complete. But he doesn't have the suit, so he doesn't have the suit. So what Batman does is, Michael Keaton Batman, he gives him a spare suit and he paints it red and black and cuts its ears, and so that's why we have 2 Flash. One is in the Batman costume, the other Batman costume, and we have the proper Flash now who has a new version of costume.
I'm looking forward to Grant Gustin's cameo. I hope they have not cut it out. I
You know
just
what they
hope.
should do?
If he
You know
goes
what
in
they
the
should
movie,
do? You know what they should do? They should redo the scene from Crisis. Like
yeah,
Tyler's point of view.
correct.
And
They
the
actually
kid
can
over
do
there.
that.
But that
You
would
know
not
what?
make any sense to the general audience, right? Like what is this happening?
No, they
Don't have to.
You
Don't
can
have
do
to.
that. You can
It
do
didn't make
that.
sense
Trust
of
me, that
casting.
Flash has more views than.
Okay, guys, even Daredevil was in No Way Home. A lot of people haven't watched the Daredevil show, but still, he was there, right? So, how did it matter?
My mother was like, "Arey, how did he caught the break?" I'm like, "Nah, he's a superhero. Don't worry."
Mother say, "Arey, everyone is super."
Mom,
Honestly,
wait
that's
till
so
you
true
see
in
my
the
superpower.
MCU now. Literally everyone is a superhero in it.
I showed 5 minutes of Love and
Happy
Thunder
is
to my
not.
father. He's
Happy
like
is
boring.
not, yeah,
I don't want to watch.
I still have not watched Love and Thunder.
Oh, I
Okay.
see your dad is a man of culture then.
Okay, next is Blue Beetle. Don't know anything about it.
I am very
Saw the
excited
set
for it.
photos. Costume looks cool.
I am very excited.
Yeah.
Don't know, don't.
I feel it's like such a small project that it'll be good.
Nobody cares.
You know?
No,
It's
it has a lot of
Actually,
potential to be
it could
very
be
good.
possible. It could be
Max,
possible. The
right?
film which
I want-
nobody cares actually turns out to be good,
Yeah.
like a Blue Beetle case.
But they have made this only for representation's sake, right?
No, it has a great story. Blue Beetle has
but-
a great story. If you watch
I'm-
Youngest season
but-
2, it has Blue Beetle as a character is amazing.
I don't think they're going to do that story, dude.
No, they won't do that story, but I'm saying as a character, he's amazing.
Also, guys,
He has a
there is
lot of
absolutely
potential.
some reason why they haven't shifted Blue Beetle and Aquaman 2 to the new DCU slate, because there's something has to be done in the Blue. So there's a reason now why they haven't shifted that movie, Blue Beetle,
Yeah,
because it's the
no
first
idea.
movie.
Yeah, it's like, see, Blue Beetle, it's a bit like, I don't know, the best reference I can give is like, not like Venom, but like he has this alien symbiote thing
Huh.
with him that talks to him. And
I'm really curious how they're going to do the Blue Beetle suit because that
no, it's
that
practical,
is,
right? The set photos are already out.
if that's a set photo, dude, like they will do some.
They'll do
CGI to it,
some
but-
CGI on
Yeah,
top
because
of that.
they can't do it completely practical because the suit is supposed to be alive.
But it looks good, man. On the set photos, it looks good.
Yeah, it actually looks
the
amazing.
way they do the
Obviously,
Blue
it's
Beetle
going to
suit,
be-
right, might be an indication later on down the line how they'll do the Batman Beyond.
Yeah,
suit.
and
So,
Blue Beetle as a
why
character
I'm
can be
curious.
very important down the line in the DCU. Like if they take on Darkseid or other alien forces, he could be a very important.
Like
player.
Ant-Man.
And,
Like
dude,
Ant-Man.
and he
kind of
is very
became famous,
closely
yeah.
related to Booster Gold also.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited for that, and I really like the actor. He was there in Cobra Kai.
Blue Beetle could
Yeah,
be the
so
first
I-
official entry to DCU. Ramel says that's possible. Okay, moving on.
actually, that's quite
Next
possible.
is Aquaman 2. Any thoughts?
I'm again excited for Aquaman 2 just because of Bruce Wayne. Who's going to be the Bruce Wayne? First of all, I want to know that. And Jason Momoa said that he has shot the same kind of scenes with the different actors, but he
Both, yeah.
himself is not. He's obviously sure, but he cannot reveal, of course, who is going to be the main.
Again,
I don't know
nobody
why
cares.
we haven't heard. We heard about Henry not being Superman. He's not fired, according to James Gunn.
Exactly.
I
we
feel
haven't
like
really-
Ben Affleck may return as Batman.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm confused about. They have never talked about Batman that he's done as Batman. He's done.
No, but I
He was
think
done
James
before
Gunn
that.
confirmed
He's back
saying
as
that
Batman. So there's
no.
something going on with Ben Affleck.
in Twitter, someone comment. He said that Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill are not coming back. He said it like
No, I maybe he said, but I have not
Confusing
heard
to have
a
two Batman at the
concrete
same time.
statement.
Look at
It is
the-
confusing.
Guys, if you look at the logo of Batman, the Brave and the Bold, look at the logo. It looks like a Batman one.
the James Gunn. talked
But
about
also
Ben Affleck, he
news
said
came
he'll
out
come
that
back for
one
directing.
Gal
Right,
Gadot,
having two Batmans at the same time.
Ezra Miller,
Sorry,
and Jason Momoa are the only actors who can come back.
Yeah, Sahil, hold your horses, no, na? Yeah, Sahil.
I think it is confusing to have two Batmans at the same time.
Dude, we had 5.
No, at one time we didn't have it.
Yeah.
At 5.
We had a Gotham
I
show.
think- guys, I think Ben Affleck can still be Batman if they are already focusing
To
on
do movies.
movies. I think he can be Batman for next 10, 15 years. Yeah, he would win in 65. DH is always a thing.
And
He
but
looks
if
like
Ben-
Batman, and he was loved. Then why not?
But then why do we have the Robert Pattinson Batman? That is my only issue.
He's a air
अरे
power.
तो
think
मैट्रिक्स
we
को
need
चुल
to-
मची थी यार. मैट्रिक्स को चुल
अरे,
मची
I-
थी बैटमैन बनाने की.
I
तो
think
बना
we
दी.
need to make peace with the fact that Batfleck is not coming back for DCU anytime soon.
See,
In the
if-
future, if they do any multiverse kind of a thing, that would be
Maybe.
something. But currently, they have no place for Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck.
I kind of agree with Henry because
Batman, Brave
I
and
like
Bold,
Henry and
Batman.
Ben's combination as Batman and Superman.
They're going to recast. They're actually going to recast for Batman, Brave and the Bold.
Yeah, so like if
That
you
makes only sense, right?
Okay, I said Aquaman 2. No one talked about Aquaman. We talked
I
about
said
Bat-
nobody cares.
Honey said nobody
Well,
cares.
Tanmay says
I'm
Amber
right
is
now
still
biased,
there.
so I don't-
Question
I
mark.
think so. The first Aquaman did it was the first I think DC
1 billion
film
movie.
to do 1 billion.
to
Yeah.
cross 1 billion.
I don't
Yeah.
think the second one will do that. Like
People said the
Yeah.
same for Avatar 2.
Yeah, you
Hey,
can never
Amber
bet
Heard,
against-
Hey, that's
Amber
Avatar.
Heard is fine or not? Amber Heard is there or not?
her role is shortened.
Yeah, they reduced
Yeah,
the screen
Scotland
time.
Can we
cancelled,
talk about
no
the
one knows
Batman?
that.
Can we talk about the Batman part 2, please?
No,
Do you
wait.
think-
We'll come.
We'll reach-
After this, we'll do
Elseworlds
Elseworld first.
last, Elseworlds
After this, we'll do
last.
Elseworld first. Then we'll go to the new slate.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's going to be Elseworld now.
I comment to nothing else, guys.
No.
Okay.
See, let the trailer come
Is
out.
are they still going to have what? The trench thing or something?
Yeah, so that,
No, that's not
That
happening.
has been cancelled.
so
That was the
the
most
Trench-
stupidest idea ever.
No. The Trench movie was secretly a Black Manta movie.
No,
Yeah.
That's what the
Trench
Yeah.
movie
Not a
was
Trench
gonna
movie.
be.
Why give it secret?
It was a
No.
movie of some humans coming to Trench and getting stuck, and it was supposed to be a horror movie.
No.
Secretly a Black Manta movie.
It was a Black Manta movie.
Nah, I
Thank
don't.
you,
I don't.
Is
it
Black
was-
Manta going to
No.
be villain?
Read about it. Read about it.
Anyways, okay, let's go to Elseworlds. We have first.
No, I just want to say one point. I am excited to see Black Manta again. Black Manta again in Aquaman 2.
Who knows, man?
That's it. And
Going to watch BVS Ultimate Edition now. Okay. Matt Reeves' Batman could potentially end with a trilogy, and there will be only one Batman. Trench movie was supposed to be Black Man. I just want to say with DCU, right, for the first time in history, we are gonna have a single DC universe. No offshoot movie project, TV shows, CW shows, offshoot games, offshoot animated.
What are you saying?
But it's still one, like you could not use your own characters you own because of certain nonsense. It's will be one at one place, one person deciding everything. So I feel it's a great start. It's a great start.
Okay, now coming to the Batman part 2.
Okay.
The logo looks blue. Is it hinted towards the ice?
No. It's
No,
just
that's
someone
a
who made
fan-made-
just a
fan-made
fan-made
logo.
thing. So it has nothing to do with that.
Implying Mr. Freeze, but we don't know what's going to happen.
I don't think they'll make it blue.
Do you think the
Mr.
Batman
Freeze
part
would
two
be
will
too
be a
much.
trilogy or will
Would
it be a
too big a
trilogy?
jump.
They are just going to do a trilogy, I think.
But trilogy won't cover everything this time. We
They just
obviously
wanted
have-
to end. They just wanted to end and be like, now done. Now
See, I'm telling you, they are like trying to give Matt Reeves something else to get excited about. So he's like, I don't want to do Batman anymore.
See, in Matt Reeves' Batman universe, there is not going to be any other superhero like Superman or anything, right?
Yeah.
It's just going to be a Batman.
And we have a
universe
Penguin
like the
show
Christopher Nolan
also,
universe.
and we have a Matt Reeves
And
verse
still
also.
we will have to vote for the
Yeah.
best movie of the year, Batman only. What's the point?
Another thing they didn't talk about is Gotham Knights.
Oh my god.
They said no comment.
Yeah.
It's cancelled after one season. They literally said
Okay,
no comment.
so Tanmay has a good question. How will Viola Davis forget about Ben Affleck Batman?
Because she'll get a lot of money in her bank account and she'll only say what is written in the script. No one cares, dude.
Plot armor.
See, it'll be like Days of Future Past, like a new continuity. Like
It will be nothing, dude. It will be money.
Yeah, exactly.
Money thrown on screen. That's it.
You know, Manoj,
Varun, you're
you know
agreeing
the,
with what
wor-
was known now, right?
the worst
You
movie
see,
that you
I'll be honest.
compared it to.
I'll be honest.
Days of
All the
Future Past is a
discourse,
good, comparison.
all the discourse on internet about continuity, I'm like bullshit. We never had a continuity to care about in DCU, man. Who cares what's gonna happen next?
Yeah.
Why you are worried about something which was
Yeah.
never present in the DC universe? I just don't get it.
If you have to nitpick, like how will Peacemaker not remember the whole Justice League when they were standing right in front of him?
Out of which other characters were not shown. So only two people are coming
only
back.
two characters.
So it can still work in the new universe. Okay. Anyways, let's move
They
on.
have a chance. They have a chance with the Flash to reboot anything they like, however they like.
Yeah. Some
Bring
ask
some actors. leave
if
some
you are
actors.
rebooting, how
It will
old
all
actors are
make
coming
sense.
back.
This
Like,
is the last time they can do it. They cannot do this multiple times.
Yeah.
This is the only
Yeah,
version last time.
it will all make sense, but they have this one chance to do it.
Can actually, because DC is known for their crisis events. They
Yeah.
reboot their
Yeah.
universes
Yeah.
multiple times.
They're known for reboots.
It fits for them.
That's their thing. Rebooting. So much so that
So the
they actually
hierarchy of power will keep on changing.
So
Yeah,
much so that DC actually wrote a storyline wherein it would wherein they ended it saying that this would be the last crisis event and the universe will never change again. 2 years later, it changed again.
See, Nolan, now you know why Manoj is so worried about it.
Yeah.
You said it yourself.
talk
That
about
movie does not
Constantine
need a
2 with Keanu Reeves.
Yes.
Keanu Reeves.
Oh
Still
man,
happening.
our Matt Ryan. Matt
But guys,
Ryan
we
is
also have the
Constantine.
Constantine Part 2 coming out, right?
Is it coming out? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is in work.
Not
No one's
officially
saying
announced, but
anything
it is
about
coming.
Tanmay is like, Lamau, we forgot about Cyborg. No one cares, man. No one cares. Okay, moving on.
We are
On.
not Joss Whedon.
We
not
have
Joss Whedon.
the Joker 2, which is supposed to be a musical. I'm really looking forward. Just because it's a musical, I'm looking forward to it. I wasn't a big fan of the
Okay,
first
if
movie.
they hadn't been used
I
to
really
music,
felt,
you would
I really
look forward
felt
to
if
shut
they
up,
had
Nona.
named
You
it
look like
Clown
person.
and not connected to DC Universe, no one would have watched it and it would have been an Oscar movie. But just because they connected to DC and made it Joker, you know, like, oh my god, it was nothing special.
Yeah.
But I'm
I
looking forward to
agree,
the
I
second
agree.
one because of the whole musical thing.
Yeah, I heard they are
Lady
bringing
Gaga.
Farah Khan from Bollywood.
They need to bring S.S. Rajamouli. We are getting the best song this Oscar.
Then
Uh,
Joker will have like all those big action scenes with. I don't know.
Okay, we have this Teen Titans thing.
Oh my god.
Teen Titans
Teen
Go.
Titans Go.
Go.
And then we have
It's
this.
an animated
Why are you
show.
talking about these things? Like those things are there, it'll continue.
And we have
on.
Superman
That's it.
Lewis, which they are saying they'll only continue for one or two seasons.
seasons.
Okay, let's
Which
come
is
to the
fine,
main
man.
chapter.
That's
Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. So first thing on this we have is Creature Commandos. Animated series. Let's see what they do. I'm not like, oh my god, how can they do that? Waller is
See, on its
something.
own, it's a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
On its own, it's a pretty good idea. You know, you can change the roster with any supernatural being like Dracula, or what's his name, Frankenstein's monsters, or anything you like. Like you can bring any kind of supernatural creature, and it will make sense. And you can change the roster also. On its own, it's a good idea actually.
Okay, so
They have
next.
this World War setting, right?
Maybe they can do live action Batman versus Dracula.
It will be an Elseworlds project. Constantine too.
Batman
Okay.
vs Dracula could be actually a good part into the Matrix universe.
Yeah. You don't
This
want to
doesn't
extra
show
heroes in
Penguin show, so I don't know what's happening with that. But next is Waller. Interesting idea, continuing the Peacemaker. It's I think between Peacemaker season 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So I am really enjoyed Peacemaker, so I'm looking forward to this. Then we have Superman Legacy, the first Superman movie of this DC world. I'm a big Superman fan. The story they're going for, I'm a fan
already
of.
told us thrice, Nona. Can you please move on from your same repetitive sentence?
I never said that. I said authority. I never said
Hey,
At the
Superman.
very beginning. You can see you said that in the very beginning. We have come on, it's a live stream. How can you lie on the podcast?
I'm not lying. That's why. Okay, let's come to this. We haven't talked about it. Green Lantern TV show.
I'm so excited for this.
I'm really excited for this.
I am like,
Yeah.
We have been waiting for so long for
Have
some
they
good
Did anyone
Green Lantern
have they
content.
cast?
And it will be R-rated as far as I know, because James Gunn has himself said that there would be projects would be definitely R-rated, and I think this show could be R-rated.
It's gonna be true crime, something like that, True Detective.
True
Yeah.
Detective.
True
Not
Detective, Nona, come
True
on.
Detective.
Global impact.
I have no idea.
Event entirely, Nona,
See,
come on.
one thing I'm worried about. One thing I'm worried about it. They said that it's going to be terrestrial only, so it will mostly take
I
place
like
on
that.
Earth.
Yeah.
See, the point is Green Lantern is a cosmic character, extraterrestrial character, right? And you are limiting him to Earth only for this true
But
detective
it's going
kind
to
of.
be two different lanterns, right? Like Hal Jordan
Hal
and
Jordan and John.
And
And Jon Stewart.
yeah.
Jon Stewart. Yeah.
So True Detective
Oh, so
also
they're
was
showing
about
both.
two police officers, right? Like that.
It's a buddy cop movie kind of
Yeah.
buddy cop kind of.
Yeah,
a thing.
yeah.
So what
The
I
thing
find,
that Falcon and the Winter Soldier was supposed to be, but was not.
don't talk about.
I would love it if it has the Bad Boys vibe to it.
No, I think it'll be a little bit more serious, maybe.
Bad
They are
Boys.
getting Bad Boys 4, by the way. They are making it.
Yeah, they are making
Oh,
Bad Boys
yeah.
4.
See, what I am most intrigued is apparently they will be investigating some crime or something which happened, which will have implications to the larger DC universe.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this could be our first key to seeing where the vision.
What will
Where
connect?
it is
Yeah.
splitting
Yeah.
up.
Even I think he said
I
that
think
for
it'll be
Swamp
like
Things,
Loki.
right? That will connect to
Yeah.
the whole like world, what's
Probably,
happening there.
But I think it'll be maybe a bit like Loki, where Loki's end we saw Kang and everything. So a lot of things got revealed to the audience. So similarly, I'm not saying
Yeah.
same plot, but similar to how that worked, I think Lanterns would also probably function. So I'm really looking forward to this, man. Like I think Jon Stewart, Hal Jordan, amazing characters. You can do a lot. Like you can do a lot of like fun stories with them. So I'm really excited for this.
वॉलर में लीड अप टू अथॉरिटी मूवी ओके लैंटन्स एंड में एक मिस्ट्री अनरेवल करेंगे वो क्या है
No,
एंटी लाइफ इक्वेशन आई डोंट नो
You know what the mystery is? What was inside the box?
not everyone will get it only Manoj and we3 will get that oh man that's stupidity अरे सुपरमैन Not Superman Lois, like
Are the
Arrow last season, right? Like there was a post-credit scene
yeah they
where
did this thing with
so there was a
Diggle, John Diggle.
John Diggle
John
character
Diggle,
who
yeah.
was black and people thought he's John Stewart kind of thing, and they always
he's
thought he'll
not-
get
he
Green
is
Lantern
black,
ring.
It's not because
His
he's
maiden
black.
name is Stewart, right?
His father's name is Stewart.
Yeah, maiden name is
Like
Stewart.
basically
But
people are
John.
connecting it that he's John Stewart and he'll get Green Lantern ring, and at the end of the show, post-credit scene,
got a
some
ring,
green
yeah.
stuff, he opens a box and it's a green stuff. And they have been dragging this
And they never acknowledge it
storyline in different shows. So he is just characters because the Arrow is over. So he's going to Flash, Supergirl, whatever shows is running.
And
He's going
going
everywhere.
and saying, "What
And
should I do?
I have a
What
something.
should
I
I
have
do?"
something. What to do? Just goes off. Nothing
Like
happens.
they ruined.
And he returns it, right?
Walk closer and like, I
Yeah,
don't
and he
want to
closes
go.
it and he throws it and it disappears and it's over.
Disappears.
Nothing happens.
I saw that clip. I saw that clip.
It was
When it
actually a
disappears.
very good ending for Diggle and Arrow. Like seeing that green thing come, we were like, okay, maybe he goes on to become Green Lantern.
They were actually
They didn't have
developing
to
a
continue.
show.
Yeah, like they didn't have to continue it. Like just don't bring him back.
Let it be.
if
Let's
you don't
not
have a
go there
good
now.
story.
Okay, I think the new Supergirl movie could also have major tease for the big bad of DCU since it's a cosmic space story. Okay. Okay, moving on. Next, what do we have? Authority. As we talked about it, I'm really excited for that. This I said in previously. Okay, next, Paradise Lost.
I am worried about it. I am worried about Authority for one reason. I said it before, like
Why?
it's kind of a copy of a Justice League. They have their own Batman, they have their own Hawkgirl, they have their own Superman. They have all the
cares,
copies of those.
But they're all the anti-heroes.
Watchmen.
They all have anti-heroes. They are all anti-heroes.
Basically,
Because
Watchmen
Mona is
only.
so excited for it.
So it's nice to see, right? Them being anti-heroes for a change. Those characters.
That's
The-
really
Basically,
active.
they are-
Their
they are
Batman
the boys.
has the
They are
same
the
look
boys.
as our Batman.
They are the boys, actually.
Yeah,
And I don't
boys
think
would be a more.
Let's wait for more
Appropriate.
from that. Let's see how it happens. Let's come to Paradise Lost. We haven't talked about it much.
Game of Thrones on chemistry.
Were you guys fan of him dropping these True Detective and Game of Thrones and this references?
I think, I mean, he needs something.
shows
Like,
that,
he
Yeah,
needs a
we
reference to
need
get
some
people
reference. It's
excited.
good to have some
Yeah, but
reference.
I'll be honest. Like like when you're explaining this to executives, I can understand. Like you're trying to say that okay, wait, this is the vibe we're going to go for the show. But to the general audience, I'm not a huge fan of him dropping those like TV show names and everything. Like just like okay, for the first place, I was not excited for the slate itself, so I might not be the right person.
Yeah, you.
It's, I mean, I think even Marvel has done that sometimes.
See, True Detective is a genre, so it's okay to address something as a True Detective story. But saying that this will be the Game of Thrones of DCU, that's going a bit far, according to me. Like you are just trying to make a Game of Thrones show of your own with your own characters. That's the whole point.
Like, is
but
it
Game of
that
Thrones
or
is-
is it something
about-
like
that's
that?
about
That's why I
violence
use the
of
term Game of Thrones. Like that's the question, right?
But is it like sex violence wala Game of Thrones, or what? Like what part of Game of Thrones?
I don't know.
Political ups and downs in the hierarchy of Themyscira. That's civil war kind of a
And I heard it's like way before
Not MCU
Gal
Civil
Gadot
War.
was like not Gal Gadot. Wonder Woman was born. It said way it's like a prequel to that. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a prequel to Wonder Woman.
yeah, I
Can we
don't know.
stop with the Wonder Woman
So
prequels?
it's like Krypton and Gotham. So we're finally getting the third
three is
one.
not coming
of
out.
those.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
We're finally getting the third
I heard
But
Krypton was
we got
good. I
two.
heard the show Krypton was
Ah,
good.
Krypton, I saw
Krypton,
season 1. It was
Season
good.
1 was good. Season 2, they just messed
They
everything
had
up. They were like-
Brainiac, right? And the Brainiac looked like
Doomsday-
so comic accurate. I just saw the.
I think
clips of
Doomsday
that.
was also
Season
good.
1, they built it up so well.
Season
okay?
1 was amazing, yeah.
Yeah, and then season 2, they just messed up. Then they're like, no, he's not actually come to save Krypton. He's come to make sure that Krypton was destroyed. And now
Destroyed.
General Zod has come to save Krypton.
Okay.
Messed up season 2 completely.
It's more like
And we had two Batman prequel shows, like Gotham and Pennyworth, the story of Batman's Batman.
Oh,
Which
it's
also
getting
got
cancelled after
cancelled.
next
Yeah,
season.
it got cancelled.
Unfortunately.
But it ran for 3
No,
seasons, man.
Pennyworth is still going on, right?
no, they cancelled
ca-
it. They cancelled it.
Like this will be the
The
third
next
season.
season
good,
will be
dude.
the final one, whichever one.
It's
it is.
good. The show is good. I like it. I watch it.
That's
You
what
say
the
anything,
last
I'm not
3
gonna
seasons.
say it's gonna be good. Hey, we got a super chat. Shelly Lee. Hey, it's Batman again. Thanks for the dose of cute. Thank you. It was his birthday 2 days back.
Nolan is looking behind him. Nolan is like, is it me they're talking about?
Okay, guys. Next is Batman: The Brave and the Bold.
Yeah,
What a
what a super
segue.
chat too. Yeah, come on with this next.
Next.
Batman the Bold, guys. Anything?
Batman is
We
I
not
think we
talked
bad.
talked
about it.
about
We
it.
talked
So
about it.
Booster Gold.
We
Yeah.
talked a lot. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
I didn't know the story of Booster Gold, so I hearing that he's from future and the whole
He's a
hero.
loser in the
You want a
future.
Yeah.
fun fact? You want
Yeah.
a fun fact about Booster Gold? He's Rip Hunter's father.
Yeah.
Who's Rip
Yeah,
Hunter?
I read that too. Yeah.
Oh, what?
And let's listen to more.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Got it.
Dude, actually, I'm really excited about Booster Gold because Booster Gold is like in the Justice League animated show after Batman. Booster Gold was like my favorite character.
It's
I got
an
to-
interesting story actually about
Yeah.
someone who is a loser in the future and uses the technology which is very common to come back and be a superhero.
Yeah.
Imposter syndrome, right?
And
I
it's
like
very
the idea.
shady. And
Yeah.
he's very shady to be very honest. Like as a character, he's very shady.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Then we have
Interesting.
it's a TV show, right? Live action show. Okay. Then we have Supergirl, a Woman of Tomorrow. Sounds interesting. I'm imagining it in a certain way in my head. Hopefully, it lives up to that. Most things don't, so I don't have high hopes.
That's life, no.
Like, just imagine it's the whole movie is just her traveling on the rock of Krypton, and she's witnessing the horrible
no.
things
Oh my
ever.
God, Manoj,
It's
what if
about-
they do what they did
No,
with
it's
No,
he said it.
that
James
movie
Gunn
is
said
called
it that
Reality.
One by one, one by one, one by one.
Manoj, what if they do what they did with Superboy in Young Justice?
Oh, okay. Like, you think they make him? They won't make him a clone.
No, but
right?
it's like a adaptation of the comic, so I think he said it.
So
No,
it's
dude,
about
I'm-
Supergirl who lived on a separate part of Krypton with some people who eventually died one by one, and she was the only one left alone, and which shaped her personality into something very dark. Not dark as like Batman,
Jaded.
but like jaded kind of a thing. Like she doesn't care about anyone now.
I'll be honest, that doesn't sound like the Supergirl character I know. Like-
Exactly. Exactly. Do you know in comic books she is supposed to be stronger than Superman?
Yeah.
Yeah, she
They did that in the
Even the TV
CW
show.
show once.
Yeah.
Fans were
Not
angry.
once.
dude.
She was more powerful.
she is actually stronger
Yeah.
than Superman.
Like her cells absorb radiation faster than Superman, so she is supposed to be stronger.
Tanmay says Tim Burton. F you with Joel Schumacher. Where's my Batman Forever cut? Nolan, you destroyed Tenet. Zack, cut released FUWB. Okay. I have no idea about Damian Wayne. Can anyone give any idea about him to be excited?
You can watch the animated movie Son of Batman. That's literally
Son
the
of
story
Batman.
of-
That will
that's
clear
literally
all
the
things.
story which they are going to do.
And that's the best Damian Wayne I have ever seen.
So Damian Wayne is very different from the other Robins because he's already trained and he's
Are we
already
not
an
like
assassin.
going to have a backstory of? Actually, we can actually have prequel movies maybe later after the Brave and the Bold.
Prequel movies on who? Oh, on Batman.
Nightwing. And
Or Night. No, I think see Nightwing should be active already. So like Nightwing.
I
and
think
Damian Wayne also
Nightwing
has a
and
nice-
Tim Drake both are in the movie in some
Yeah, in
form or
cameos.
fashion.
Yeah. I think that'll be fun. That'll be fun because Nightwing and Damian Wayne have a really nice sort of banter sort of thing.
So they have to do Nightwing, they have to do Tim Drake, they have to do Red Hood, and then Damian Wayne comes in.
We
Yeah,
should
but,
get Under the Red Hood. We should get Under the Red Hood movie.
but
live
the-
action.
yeah, I mean, I think they won't show all the characters. They might just reference that this all things happened.
Yeah.
I think, and then down the line we might get more stories. Of
Okay, the last movie is this. I just blanked. Sorry, Swamp Things, and it's a horror movie, and it's nice because
Yeah.
last year was like a revival of the genre in Hollywood.
It's
You know,
gonna-
so let's see what happens with that
It's gonna be the only horror movie I ever watched in my life.
in theaters.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
I did go
something-
watch
yeah.
Conjuring 2. Not a fan,
I
but
don't
okay.
I don't watch horror movies, dude. in
Swamp Thing is an
Same.
interesting character actually.
I don't.
Chalo guys,
Yeah.
I'll just
There's one season. It's perfect if anyone wants
Yeah.
to watch it.
I watched it.
All right. Bye, Geeky Shiki. Thanks for joining us.
bye, Geeky Shiki.
Hey,
Bye.
All right, guys. So that was the last thing, guys. That's the DCU slate.
Oh, I just realized we have Marvel's Man Thing also. I mean, he just
Oh,
appeared in one
Man
project.
Thing is a
appeared where?
But Arey,
He looks similar. He's
Yeah,
very
but
Man
different
Thing
as a
and
character.
Swamp Thing, they are said to be like, I think, copy of one another.
अच्छा
That kind.
cousins है क्या?
नहीं. Man Thing Marvel का है, Swamp Thing.
Yeah,
DC.
Man-Thing was there in Werewolf by Night, man.
Werewolf by
Forgot.
Night. Yeah, I forgot the name.
Ah, okay.
That creature. Yeah.
Should
So
we
any-
should we guess like which other projects might be there in phase 1?
One, I think
Chapter
Justice
1?
League movie.
I think this is phase 1 only.
No, he said part of.
He said there'll be more things coming. I think 10 years they'll definitely announce more. Why I'm hearing myself?
Because you're playing it through your phone. I guess,
No.
again.
No, Sahil, I think accidentally pressed.
I didn't do
It's
anything.
coming in Sahil.
Okay, just want to thank Sharili again for the super chat. Just want to say, like, last parting. I think Manoj came up with a good question. What else do you think? Yeah, guys, let us know in the chat what do you think. What else other projects can show up? There are 12 people watching. 10 likes. Can it make it 12? Let us know. Yeah. So what do you think? I think a
feel
Justice League
like,
movie. Yeah.
Flash and Wonder Woman, like one new Flash. Maybe it could be a new actor. It could be Ezra Miller, like the next part in his film, and one Wonder Woman, which could again be Gal Gadot.
I'll be honest. They are already doing one of the best stories of the Flash in the first Flash movie, which is Flashpoint
Yeah.
changing the world.
Exactly.
I don't know any Flash story can live up to that.
See, the point is, Flash is the one changing the universe. And after the universe is changed, we need a Flash who changed the universe or something like that, right? You can't just outright, destroy him out of the universe after he changed your timeline.
Yeah.
Like you cannot go like Flash has just changed the whole universe and all that big storyline to a small Flash movie where there's just a villain and he's just
No,
fighting.
even if it's not his solo movie, he needs to be there in the DCU. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
that's of course. Then we can have some team up
But
movies.
dude, Flashpoint is the most famous Flash storyline. It's
yeah.
not the best.
No, but it's like,
Yeah.
how do you top that? Like, I don't know any other story that.
Ideally, it should be
Yeah,
a
in terms of
trilogy end
spectacle, I
story.
Yeah.
think, yeah.
It should be a trilogy end story, ideally. Flashpoint, but
Yeah.
they're doing it in the starting. Like you
See,
can't go from
Flash
that
is
to
only
this.
good after Flashpoint in Justice League movies,
That
You
was
can't-
my main, criticism of the animated Flashpoint movie also. Like it's you can't condense all that in one movie.
Yeah, but I think they did a fairly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that's
yeah.
now that's
They
my
did a good
standard.
job.
Like I hope
Yeah.
this live action one is better
that
than
that,
that.
that
Dude.
justifies Nona's comment, like Justice League movies are better in animated form. Like you can't do that scale of Justice League
Because,
Flashpoint paradox
it's
in-
easy to segregate the characters. Some characters, there's always not all 7 doing something, right? It's always there, someone's doing this, someone's doing that. It's all spread up. And the thing is, in live action, you have to hire these actors. You have to give them so much money. So you need to have them together on screen. You have to give them more screen time. You cannot have them just for 30 minutes in a 2 or 30
and one
minutes
thing,
long
like
movie.
in animated movies, when some character is like there present at some place, and even if they're not doing anything, you don't question it.
Yeah.
Like talk about Justice League Apocalypse War. Everybody was in that room at the last fight, but some were not doing anything. They were just standing there, and nobody questioned it. But
That's
in
what you
live
get
action,
away
you don't
with in
question it.
animation, yeah.
No, you raised a good point about like character segregation because in Infinity War, I think they did a pretty
Yeah,
good job
yeah,
segregating
yeah.
the
Yeah.
characters differently.
And the best part in Infinity War is that it's a Thanos story. So we have one through line, we are following Thanos on his journey. And then
Plus,
we
they
are
were
seeing
at
where heroes are
different
doing up to.
places.
Yeah.
They were at different. Thor was
Yeah.
making his hammer, and Hulk is in Wakanda, and Cap is in Wakanda, and then Iron Man is
And
on
even
Jupiter,
like
Moon, and everything.
Endgame, right? The whole last battle, it's like unimaginable to bring all of them together and gives everyone something to do, right? So that they needed Doctor Strange to, he's too powerful. They need to give him something, just to take care of something else.
He was decorated
Yeah,
for
he is
the-
taking care of that dam.
Yeah,
that
taking
boat.
care of that water as if he couldn't do anything else. So like you need to come up with these things so you are invested in what's really happening. Okay, you have to get
That
this
is
back
why
to time
Captain
and all
Marvel
of that.
showed up very late. No,
Yeah.
if he would
Yeah.
been there from the start, the movie would have ended like way earlier.
Very early, yeah.
But anyway, let's be hopeful. I think what happens in the Lantern show will definitely lead to the Justice League movie. I think that'll lead to the threat that's sort of incoming. So that'll be cool. So I wonder if we'll get more obscure characters like maybe Vixen, or Hawk Girl or something like that. I don't know if we
You
would-
just
you-
you just introduced both Jon Stewart's love interests.
yeah.
You guys have seen that movie, right? Where
So then
Justice
that
League,
could happen in
Batman's
like Lantern season 2 or something.
Maybe. That's what's interesting. I wonder if the Lanterns will make a transition to the big screen. Like,
They will,
They
right?
and
I mean,
eventually they will.
I meant as solo heroes, not as they'll obviously be part of the team up movies.
Arey,
Or
what was the name of that Justice League animated movie where Batman's plans for everybody goes up haywire and
Rebel.
Justice League Doom, right? Or no,
Justice
something.
League
yeah,
Doom.
Doom.
Yeah,
So
Justice
that
League
is a kind of movie which is not extraterrestrial or which is not very spectacle kind of a movie, but is a interesting Justice League movie.
That's
Every character is going on with their own journey of all their problems. That is the kind of Justice League movie they could have led up to starting. Like they are dealing with a threat which is just Earth based, which is villain based, and then they go to Apocalypse or Darkseid way later.
Let's just take the chat last time. LOL, they should give it to Paul Dino and Bruce Timm. I don't know what the reference to this
Paul Dino
comment
Bruce
is.
Timm made the Justice League animated
Okay.
series.
They are actually like the guy Greg Berlanti who did the whole Arrowverse is not part of anything now.
No, he's apparently
They did
transitioning away from DC.
Yeah.
Maybe
Zach's
Lantern, like Green Lantern, is there some rights issue? Like, why did they cut not Green Lantern? I think someone from like one of the.
Hello, I'm
Lanterns
also going, guys.
was in
Bye bye.
all
Snyder
right,
Cut,
all
right?
right. Yeah.
Yeah, they cut Green Lantern. They cut John Stewart out.
From Zack Snyder's Justice League. No, that was because they were making the HBO Max show. So they
Bye
were like,
bye.
no, you can't use Green Lantern. You need to, you can't use him here because we are introducing a new Lantern in HBO Max show. That's the reason. There was no lights. I think.
I
the
think
problem with Zack Snyder's
in the
Justice League,
end, like in Snyder Cut, they had that, na Martian Manhunter. So there was
yeah, that was
supposed to be
supposed to
some
be
other.
Green
Green
Lantern.
Lantern.
That
Yeah.
was Green
Yeah.
Lantern. It was supposed to be.
There's a
You
Green
saw
Lantern.
the you saw the behind the scene, right? He shot it on his
Yeah,
It
back.
was an actor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they had the thing with the Snyder project was there was a lot of ego clashes also behind the scenes. So there was a lot of like, oh, you can't use this, you can't do any new footage. But then Snyder was, he just did it. So that's different.
Okay. We asked right what new projects Tanmay is like.
I'm excited.
Zack Snyder's Black Adam, Zack Snyder's DC Super Pets.
Dude, I saw Super Pets. I really enjoyed it.
It's really, if you're a DC fan, you love the film. It's amazing. Swamp Things will introduce Justice League Dark. There will be probably Nightwing series, Zatanna, Trinity movie, Justice League movie, and
I have a
Justice League
question
Dark
now.
movie. Okay.
Do you think Swamp Thing will connect with John Constantine movie of they're making the sequel? I forgot.
I don't know.
Keanu Reeves. Do you
I
think
don't
it'll
know.
connect?
I don't know how that
I
works.
don't think so. The first one was very grounded. If you have seen that, it was
I
good, but it
forgot the
was
first one.
very like nothing connected to
Nothing
DC.
connected.
Nothing.
The only
no minor
scene I remember from the first one is the devil taking out the coal from his lungs.
I never saw
I
that.
don't remember it at all. I don't remember it at all.
I think Apocalypse War is something they can
Same with,
adapt
I
into
think,
live action
Halle
later.
Berry Catwoman film.
But
Is
I
the
think
Apocalypse
that's
War
way
from
down
comics
the line.
only? I assume it is.
What?
No, I think
Apocalypse
they
War?
took different comic storylines.
Okay.
I don't think like like in the animated movie, it's basically a John Constantine story, right? Like they start with John. I don't think it's
because
a
it's
comic.
Justice League Dark, right? So obviously they use those characters.
Ryan Pereira says, so the new James Gunn universe, Superman is young and Batman is already a dad. Yeah, but he's young dad, not
Young
dad.
Young
No,
dad.
but I'll say one thing. In the comics, there's a very nice sort of partnership between Damian Wayne and Jonathan Kent.
Dude, that is my favorite comic series, Super Sons.
They did an animated movie also. The animated movie is amazing. It's actually really fun. So I really want to see that fight, but now I don't know with the time.
Dude, I'm telling you, they should do that. The 25-year-old Superman should like at the end reveal like his name is actually Jonathan Kent, and Clark Kent is
Even
off
then,
world.
Damian Wayne would be young, right? Like he would only be 9 or 10.
They never clarified how old he is.
I don't know, man.
I mean, even we are saying, like he said that it's going to be a 24, 25-year-old Superman, but we don't know how much time they'll show within the movie. What if by the end,
do
like,
you think it'll take place over 5 years or something? Like
yeah,
the movie will take place over 5
like
years.
the movie will start with him at 25, just starting out. Then they'll show then they'll show that this was a flashback, and in present he's like 35 or something.
Like Superman and Lois.
I really don't.
Yeah.
I just don't get this debate, man. Does it matter? What's their age?
No. See, the age matters because there are some storylines you can only do if Batman and Superman are similar age. That's what Nolan is trying to say. Like, and that sort of friendship and brotherlyhood that will only come if, So that's the thing. But we'll see how it happens.
Okay.
Yeah, like in Super Sons, they both have a son. So they
and
both
that's why
have
it's
that.
fun, So in Super Sons, basically Batman and Superman, they are like sort of incapacitated capacitated, and they Damian Wayne and Jonathan can have to team up. The kids have to team up to save the world, and it's really fun. Like,
So let's wrap it up. Just want to say, I think we all have been traumatized by DC in the past. So we are not superbly excited. We are cautiously excited. I think that's the right term to use here. And let's see. Let's see one project. This year only we have the older films, so let's get along with them. Next year I think we'll get more clear idea what's really happening.
Exactly.
But you can come back to the channel for more stuff. We'll be react to the Flash, the final season.
Hopefully.
Ant-Man will come out. We'll do a discussion, all of that. So do like, subscribe, and
I hope it's discussion worthy.
yeah, I'm sure it will be. Yeah, I'm sure with
Something
Kang
will
and
be
all.
the spirits,
Yeah, guys. Until then, you can check out this video here, and we'll see you next time. See ya. Good night. Bye bye. Keep kicking
He's
out.
to the Snyderverse.
You had to say that, right?